Hi guys, it's Michelle Patterson here with Angel Souls, and this is your weekly Angel Oracle card reading for the week beginning October 3rd, 2016. This is the third time I've tried to record this because there's so much to talk about. It's not going to be all about the cards this week, okay? This is just that kind of message that's coming through, and it's very convoluted, and it's just like, ugh, I get jumbled up with all the thoughts, and then I have to start over. So let's just do our regular business stuff, okay? First of all, I'm going to be using the Archangel Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue, color card from The Secret Language of Color Oracle deck by Anna Segal. And still people keep asking me if I do personal readings. I announce it at the beginning of the videos. I post it at the end. Yes, I do personal readings. If you would like one, you can go to my website at angelsouls444.com, the services page. If you'd like to support me on Patreon, I'll leave that information down below. And what else we got? We got, courses. We got courses upon courses. I've been doing all kind of work because you guys said you wanted them. So they're over on Gumroad. I have the beginner Oracle card reading, Angel Oracle card reading course, the intermediate to advanced, which I just posted. And of course, how to perceive your angels. That is there as well. And if you guys have more ideas for more videos like that you would like to see up on Gumroad, let me know. And also the extra readings. Now, there have been some interesting, this is where it gets really kind of tough. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm also doing a class here with my friend Kim, Angel Essence, Angel Sprays in person. If you're interested in that, go over to her Facebook page. It's there at Heart Market. Or you can go to my Facebook page. It's also there. Yeah, business done. Okay. So I've had a very interesting week, and especially the past few days. And I've told you guys this before, that when there's a message coming up, I get prepped for it. So what happened last week was, and by the way, I'm having a hard time responding to some people's comments. This is part of it. This is part of like the thing that happened, and I think it's kind of playing into what's going on for this coming week as well, and some awareness that we're supposed to come into. For some reason, I couldn't respond to some people's beautiful comments. So thank you so much for all your love and support. I'm sorry. The only comments I oddly was allowed to respond to were the people who were getting nasty with me. Figure that one out. I was actually getting the message, comment failed to post. And yet when I had one woman get nasty because the reading wasn't all about her. This general reading wasn't all about her. And she got mad because I mentioned that I was having basically a family emergency. Another person wanted to test me. We're going to get a lot of these souls. The shadow work is working through people. And I'll probably get more nasty comments for that. Oh, you're going over to the dark side. Goodbye. Okay. I don't know how to make it clear. Like, if you don't want to be here, you don't have to be here. But I'm going to tell it like it is. And I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. If you don't know that by now, dang, where you been? Okay. But if you're new, hi. Not usually quite this feisty, but again, it's kind of playing into this message that we're going to be getting to. So anyway, I'm getting the comment failed to post. Thank you all for your beautiful comments. I love you so much. So let's get into this. Give it to me, guys. One at a time this time, please. So we're talking about this shadow kind of working through people, okay? And you might have seen this. I mean, oh gosh, another comment. I got to talk about this. Another comment I got, I think it was 2 weeks ago. Was it? I don't remember. But anyway, this person commented, your reading was awful. Nothing bad happened this week at all. You said all these bad things were going to happen in the world. And she was actually mad that things up to that point, I think she commented on like a Thursday or something like that up until that point, nothing bad had happened in the world, that I was basically a fraud, so on and so forth. Hang with me here, because this is going to apply to your life. If you're sitting there going, well, what does this have to do with me? This is what we're talking about. Okay. This isn't always about the individual. Sometimes there's a collective energy. We're all supposed to be it's like all hands on deck here. Okay. We all have to work together, but we have to come to this place of awareness. We have to talk about things. You cannot bury your head in the sand, right? So this person leaves me this comment and says, nothing bad happened. And I think it was like a day or two later, a bomb went off in New York, down in Chelsea. Okay. And then one went off in Jersey. And I mean, all kind of stuff started happening. And actually, as I'm recording this, something else happened in New Jersey. I think it was a train crashed or something in Newark, or no, not Newark, Hoboken. So I didn't even look at it before I literally saw it and then sat down and started doing this. So It's been a crazy time. But what we want to focus on is, why are these people coming out of the woodwork and just doing anything they can to try to tear down someone's light, to try to, and I'm sure you're experiencing this too. Do you get people who suddenly are coming out and criticizing you? Now, careful. We're going to get into it, and this might upset a few people. I know I'm like being all like controversial this week. Sorry. Again, I'm going to give it to you the way I'm getting it. But, and I talk about this all the time, the people who are so deep into their spirituality, or they think they are, that they don't want to look at anything that might be construed as negative. Get out of the way, because you're not helping. You're in denial and you're not helping. I heard a brilliant phrase. Who said that? I think it was, maybe it was David Wilcock or something like that. And I'm going to maybe butcher this quote, so forgive me. But he was saying something to the effect of, that he heard, the second you think you've got it all figured out, you're already not in your wisdom. Because a truly wise person knows that you are ever learning and you are ever evolving, and that there is no finite bit of information. Okay? There's always going to be the next question, the next question, the next question. So the second you're like, okay, I've got my life all figured out, I just live in complete peace and harmony. And that's good. I want you to live in peace and harmony. We all do. We all want you to live in peace and harmony. But you cannot turn a blind eye when there are people being nasty. Now, again, this gets a little tricky because there's not this encouragement to go after someone. No, but acknowledging. We have to start acknowledging, because this whole message is all about us going, I don't see it, I don't see it, I don't live it, I don't live it. That's not me, but I've learned my lesson through that as well. I tried to pretend like, living in this town, like it was just me, and there was nothing else going on. And if I just do all my angel meditations, and that helped me get through, and that whatever your spiritual practice helps you get through day-to-day life as well. However, how much energy are you putting into it? Sometimes there are things that you just have to acknowledge. So we're talking about geopathic stressors. That's coming through, and that's been coming through, and that's something, that I have learned about living in this town. It's like I said, a lot of geopathic stressors, and especially in my home. So lessons get triggered because it's constantly in our face. But and this is what they want us to realize, if you're constantly going, nope, I'm not doing, well, you're not learning the lesson. You're not moving through. You're not getting to that next level of knowledge. Okay. I just had, I don't know if it's okay to say their names, but there is a couple of spiritual teachers that I really respect who finally came out with some videos talking about the spiritual circus, basically, that's out there. You know what they are. Those big old seminars, I'm not going to mention any names, where you go in there and everybody who attends is all worshipy. Oh my gosh, this is the best person in the world. They're my guru because they're an author. I've been to those, and I've been like, I don't want to be here. You guys are freaking me out. Like, why are you mad that I got up to go to the bathroom? Like, geez, calm down. You miss like a fraction of a second of looking at that person's face. Calm down. So they were actually finally coming out and speaking up about that. And I was so happy. Okay. We can't live in delusion. All right. Look at your environment. Start Mother Gaia. That's another layer that we got to talk about. I told you it's like involved this week. So no more denial, no more burying your head in the sand. Look at the shadow aspects and start recognizing that when shadow is working through somebody, that you don't need to get mad at that person. Okay. You don't need to, don't take it out on them is kind of the feeling I'm getting, but recognize and understand that the more the light grows, the more this balancing act is going to start happening, if I can call it that. I don't know if that's the appropriate way to put it, but the more this other side is going to start to kind of rise up and try to put down the light. All right. So this is asking you to learn from this. This is asking you to get stronger from this. Now, the geopathic stressors. I'm already tired. Are you tired? I'm already tired. So Mother Gaia, she is shifting. She is asking for us to pay attention. She's asking for us to understand that there are leaks in the energy in the earth. Okay. Like cracks. And especially when we do, now I'm no expert on geopathic stressors. So again, you might want to do your own research and see what that does for you. But, what is it? The electromagnetic pollution that's going on. I mean, It's crazy. Anyway, just to give you an example, I tried to feng shui my apartment. It was really hard, by the way. And my apartment looks funny. I have things that are not my taste that are just sitting around, but whatever, I can deal with it. At any rate, I was doing that and I moved my bed and I immediately got sick. Okay. Old problems. I started being out of balance and all this stuff. I'm like, what is going on? This is good feng shui. Like, why is that happening? But it was the geopathic stressors. I now have my bed right up against an outside wall where all the meters, where they, do the electrical reads for the entire building, right by my head, right on the other side of the wall. And I guess they're the HVAC systems. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but they're those little things that sit outside and it runs the heat and everything in the building. Those are right next to my bed. And I got sick, really sick, and my body was out of whack. Okay. So immediately I got that message of share this. Share these stories, share your experience, because you might be experiencing that. If you have a child who doesn't want to sleep in their bed, okay, or a baby especially that's like that sleeps in a funny position, like maybe, babies will kind of curl up to one side, or, they'll, a lot of babies do this, they'll sleep with their little tushies up in the air, they're trying to like get in a little ball. Well, the babies know, and they're trying to sleep away from that geopathic stressor. Okay. Problems in your love life. It goes on and on and on. It's not just that, but start educating yourselves about what's going on, because, and I don't know why all of a sudden this has to come forward, but Gaia's crying out. There's something going on. She's, the feeling is sort of like you're suffering for no reason. So if you've been having, you've been really diligent about doing your meditations and you're like, well, the angels should have taken care of everything. That's not how life goes. That is not how life goes. Sometimes we have to take accountability, and that's another layer of message. Take accountability. If you have clicked off this video, and I'm going to get it all, comment-filled post. Just wait. I'm going to get all the comments. You talked for 12 minutes and you didn't even raise any cards. Oh, stop. Okay? Like, for real, stop. These are paper. Okay? So the angels are working to give you some good little nuggets of information. Okay? That might help you, especially if you're having health problems. Okay? Now, the geopathic stressors, these can cause really severe illnesses. So take it seriously, guys. Take it seriously. It's not always about, oh my gosh, I'm having love problems. I mean, me too. Join the club, pal. Just kidding. No, not kidding about having love problems, but, kidding about kidding you. So do what you can to kind of look at your environment and see, how healthy is my home? Am I communing with nature? Am I doing as much as I can for Gaia? And can I, work with Archangel Ariel, the nature angels, do all that kind of stuff, okay? And see where you can make some shifts. Anything else on that, guys? No, okay. Well, all right. So you've all heard of copper. Yes, again, I'm no expert on this, so please, if you are an expert, like you're a dowser, or, because that's how you find out if you, well, I kind of knew. I'm like, no, something funky about this place. And I was getting sick. So that was a good, indicator. Cats also tend to like to sleep, apparently, if I understand this correctly. Cats, if you have a cat and it likes to sleep in one corner, go check it out, because it might actually have geopathic stressors there. Cats love it. I don't know why, but they do. But I went around with my pendulum because I don't have the dowsing rods or whatever. But yeah, and my pendulum was going crazy around my bed. So check it out, work it out. If you are somebody who knows a little bit about geopathic stressors, YouTube doesn't allow you to put links. It'll put you in my spam folder, and I don't always have a chance to go check that all the time because their comments are constantly going in there. So maybe you can offer a little bit in the comments below. But one of the things that I came across as a solution was copper and copper pipes. And as soon as I saw that, it's gonna be a long video, I don't care. I took myself down to the good Home Depot, and I was come out with like some copper pipes, and I'm like, I hope this is it. If I'm wrong, let me know. But weird thing that happened, I went and went to put it's about yay big, this copper rod down behind my bed. My whole right side started to tingle, and I started getting really itchy, and it was it came on so fast and so intensely that it shocked me. And I was like, whoa, that was creepy. Okay. Like, what's going on here? And of course, you know, I'm all about the angelic energy and everything, so I made some shifts. But anyway, start your awareness of that. Start looking into that, especially if you have children, guys. Okay? Especially if you have children that don't want to be in a room. All right. I told you. It's a surprise a minute around here, right? We never know what's going to come up. I'm just going to put some white light on these cards. We never know what's going to come up. But, you know, these readings are not always, like I said, it's not always about, oops, as I bump into things, not about predicting. Angel messages should never be about predicting, because the angels know you have all the power if you want to change it. Right? So it's about teaching, and they want to have, when they have a portal to get a message through, they're going to use it. All right. Yes. Let's take our power back, guys. I like it. So October 3rd for everybody. Again, if you're a new viewer and you're like, what is this girl's problem? It's not like this every week. I promise. This is just an intense week. Oh, there you are. Hello. Creative writing. Okay. It's Gabriel energy. And Cassiel. Cassiel. And Jophael. Hello. Everyone's good. Jeremiah, life review. What? Give me more. Give me more. Brilliant idea. Yes. So take all that boring talk for what, 15 minutes or even longer perhaps, and implement it. There's the outdoors card. Mother Gaia, again, asking us to pay attention. And you are safe. Okay. So I'm just going to feel for what's going on here. This creative writing card, I think, is more about, and again, my app is not working at all. I do apologize. I can't really tell if there's a glare. I'm sorry, but I tell you what the deck is, and you can always Google it. I'm sure there are pictures all over if you want to study it. This is creative writing. This is about getting in touch with your voice through writing. So pen to paper, guys. This isn't journaling on a computer. Don't do that, okay? I mean, you can do whatever you want. Again, there's that electromagnetic disconnect there, okay? Now, some of us who have written novels are like, listen, hey, yo, at some point you got to get on the computer, right? But for our purposes in this coming week, really start writing down your feelings. And what they're wanting you to do is to document how you're feeling. What is your state of health? What is your mental health? Do you have irritability? Like you're just moody and you don't know why? And then work on some fixes around your home, okay? And then write about how you feel afterwards. Give it a couple of weeks, okay? But you can implement it in the coming week. Now, if you are someone, okay, sorry. It's also about soul searching this week through writing. And it's going to be different for everybody. So catharsis, just journal this week. It's going to be good for you. Okay. So here we go. Creative writing, Archangel Gabriel. Make time to write down your thoughts in a journal or pen an article or a book. Some of you, again, who are actual writers, you're going to have a good week. You're going to have a very good week, but you're going to probably be surprised by what comes up in your writing. It might be like, ooh, I didn't know I felt that way. Or, oh my gosh, I didn't know all that was hiding within me. And there it is. Okay, but maybe a good creative week as well. But you gotta, they're saying, sorry, they're coming in all at once. By tweaking your home, okay, and then that can in turn help you, working on yourself, working on your home, working on your environment, connecting with the outdoors. And this might actually, especially through the writing practice, might actually bring up things that you didn't know that you were so upset about. Like I said. All right, so the next card we have is Brilliant Idea. So you're clearing the decks this week. Do this in the beginning. Get it out of the way, right? Do all the cleanup or whatever in the beginning of the week. And then, boom. So if you are a creative person, okay, or you do creative, how should I say it? Artistic person, okay, you clear away all the junk and you get in touch with your own truth, your own inspiration, your own muse, and this brilliant idea comes out. Now, if you're not an artistic person, don't matter. You're still doing some catharsis, or just self-realization through journaling, and then this inspires you just generally in your life. Archangel Uriel, yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. Okay, so something becomes abundantly clear. This is solutions, guys, but not solutions because somebody just hands you something. It's a solution because you're like, oh, I believe in myself. I believe that I can take care of this on my own. I believe that I can find my own way, kind of thing. Okay? And you do. You figure out a way to solve long-standing problems. So this might be figuring out a way to pay off your debt, figuring out a way to change your career, or to, I don't know, spice up your love life, whatever, or what, especially in health. Some of you might actually, you think you stumble upon something that might be a solution in your health, but really it was just you cleared your old ideas away, you let preconceived notions go, and now you left room so that you could actually perceive a solution coming in. Does that make sense? Okay, so the next card we have is outdoors. Mother Gaia, we were talking about that. Archangel Jophiel, which is weird that it's Jophiel. I would say that this should probably be Archangel Ariel, but I am not the author of this deck, so who cares what I have to say about it? Okay, go outside, get some fresh air, and connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas. You guys, you got to clear the clutter. You got to clear the junk, all right? This also means clear the junk about, well, reading should be like this. Well, life should be like that. Well, my love partner should be doing this. Really? Who says? You know what I mean? So this is also, coming down out of, say it again. Oh gosh, are we getting into a really deep one again? So, okay, so we're in a very, we've said this before, me-centric kind of time where everybody can be a star. Just get online, not that I'm a star, but I'm just saying people do that through YouTube and they become big stars. Okay, but can you be clear, please? We have to come out of that. That's cluttering up our energy. And I feel like it's too much to get into because there's so much coming through. But the point is to start remembering others. Start getting back into your compassion. I remember I think it was yesterday or was it this morning? Oh my gosh, I'm losing track of time. I had a thought. I'm like, why is everybody so inconsiderate? Like, why can't people just love one another and look out for each other? And they're saying right now, exactly. So get rid of all your preconceived notions. Get rid of how you think things should be. Try to rid yourself of the selfishness. And again, if you had the thought of this video is ridiculous, this video is not about me, get to the point. If you had any of those thoughts, this message is for you. Drop it. Drop the self-centeredness. Remember, it's not just your world. We all are a part of this existence and we are all helping each other. And that is going to tap into that love power. That love power is what can bring real change. I know that is so that was a silly thing to say, but but I think you get kind of what I'm going for there. Okay, we need to start being nicer to each other. This is getting ridiculous in the world. Okay, here we go. The final card before we get on to the color card is you are safe. Things are okay, but we make things worse on ourselves because we're so self-centric, yes, that we can't see that other people are having similar struggles, or that help is just a phone call away, or nothing is dire. Because we've become so in our own little bubbles, we've separated ourselves from other people, and so we feel very isolated. We think that nobody else is going through what we're going through, that we're misunderstood or something like that. When in all actuality, if you were to talk about your experiences and not deny them, you might find that there is a chance for people to connect with you and say, hey, I've been there. Okay, I know what that's like. I feel you. And on a human level, we're discovering how important that is, to be able to connect with one another through our shared experiences. And that's one of the things, I get a lot of criticism for stopping something, even though I'm trying to explain a message, the underlying energy of a message. I'll tell a story that I've experienced. That's my way of trying to connect with you as the viewer. But the self-centric people are like, oh my God, you talk too much. Stop doing that. Why are they saying that? Because it wasn't about them anymore and they got irritated. We need to stop that. Okay? So you are safe. It's Archangel Michael. I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and your home. Yes. Okay, it's all tying together. It's all about the home. It's all about feeling connected. Watching out for the shadow aspects and moving away from that when it occurs. Okay? Not denial. Acknowledge it, Have compassion. Remember, you're not trying to get mad at the person who actually ended up being the carrier of that shadow energy. Sometimes they can't help it. Sometimes they've had a rough go of it themselves and they kind of let their defenses down, and then that's when they were an open vessel. I'm not talking like possession here. I'm not going that far. I mean, just like people who work with the light, you're not possessed. You know, you're still in your free will here. Okay, so just putting a little more white light on the cards. Good. And let's see what else is coming up. You know, it's so funny. Every week I think I'm going to sit down and it's going to be a 15-minute video, and I just never know what's coming up. So here we are. Is that one it? That's it. I knew it was going to be peach or orange. I gave myself a little leeway to be wrong. But anyway, it's orange. And it says nurture yourself. The number is 16. So again, though, orange, sacral chakra, creativity, your emotional body, okay? The seat of sexuality, which is a, you know, big manifesting force. So this also, though, orange is just like, again, it's, to me, it's a message of you don't have to suffer. You can find your joy. You can lift yourself up. You can energize yourself. You don't have to give in to what everybody tells you you should get upset about. Because a lot of people's reactions these days, it really does come down to conditioning. I was conditioned to think that if you're not doing this, then you're selfish. I was conditioned to think that I need to take what I deserve in this world, or whatever the conditioning might be for each individual. But just saying, let that go. Not everybody is your enemy. This is your earth family. We should love one another while still respecting boundaries. Okay. I've had some very odd, actually my whole life, I've had people not respect my boundaries, you know, just morphing things into something so that it's more comfortable for them despite how I feel about it or whatever. So it's kind of, you know, striking that balance and learning to work with one another and just be respectful of each other, okay? Don't just assume that someone's going to be okay with something, all right? As a matter of fact, think ahead. If you're somebody who constantly, you know, makes everybody wait on you, or you're constantly changing plans or morphing them into, oh, I want it to be a big shindig, so I'm going to invite a bunch of people whether this person knows them or not, you know, or whatever. I'm just not going to show up because I don't feel like it today. You know, remember, there's somebody else and somebody else's energy that you are contending with. So be respectful of that. Awareness. They just keep using the word awareness. Be aware of one another. And remember that we are not enemies. All right? Whew. So let's end it there. I'm sending you guys so much love. Again, thank you to the supporters out there. Thank you for your kind words. And to everybody else who has a shadow aspect working through them, I love you too. But you have no power here. And you're not going to get anywhere by trying to take down my light or anybody else's. All right. Take care.